Hello, my name is Peter Brown. I'm an attorney at Dan Chapman Associates, where we have an experienced team of personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys. We've begun to notice recently that many of our clients, after we settle their claims, go on to then apply for Social Security disability benefits. Both Penny Morris and I are experienced Social Security disability attorneys actually, and therefore we've begun to start our own practice group for Social Security disability. This video is our effort to reach out to those people who feel that they may be entitled to disability. They no longer can work and they need help financially. So I want to take a few minutes, if you have some time, to give an overview of what Social Security disability is, and then to discuss some of the factors that are considered to determine whether or not you may be entitled to Social Security disability. Social Security disability is a program, it's actually two programs administered by the Social Security Administration. There is the SSDI program, or Social Security Disability Insurance Program, and the Supplemental Security Income Program. Under the SSDI program, it's Social Security Disability Insurance. And what it means is that the Social Security Administration determines whether or not you have sufficient work credits based on your income and how long you worked to have what's called an insured period. And if you're found to be disabled within the insured period, then you qualify for the SSDI program. And that means that essentially your onset date, which is the date that you're considered disabled, has to fall within your insured period. So what is the onset date? The onset date is when the judge has to decide you're disabled on that date. And I'll give a couple of examples. Let's say you're in a horrific car wreck and you had fractured vertebrae and you're nearly paralyzed. And there's an MRI from March 1 of 2015 that shows that extensive damage to your spine. That MRI could be considered on March 1, 2015, when that MRI was taken and is now being viewed by the judge. That could be determined to be your onset date. Or for example, let's say you suffer from diabetic neuropathy, where you have loss of sensation in your feet or your fingers, making it difficult for you to work. The diagnosis of that diabetic neuropathy, for example, let's say it's February 1 of 2014. The judge may decide that's your onset date. And as long as that particular date of that diagnosis falls within your insured period, you may qualify for SSDI. Now, you want to qualify for SSDI because it actually generally pays more than does the Supplemental Income Program. The Supplemental Income Program is more for people who are nearly destitute. It could be someone who's got maybe $2,000 or $3,000 or less in their bank account and has hardly any assets left. Some assets are exempt, such as your home, your car, wedding ring, and some other personal effects. But generally, you have to be just about destitute to fall under the Supplemental Income Program. We would actually apply for both programs. So if it was found that you're not insured, you still may be able to receive benefits under the Supplemental Income Program. The next question you may have is whether or not you're disabled. And let me read to you a little bit of what the Social Security Administration defines for disability. It's being unable to work or engage in any substantial gainful activity by reason of any medically determined physical or mental impairment, which can be expected to result in death or which has lasted or could be expected to last for a continuous period of not less than 12 months. So you basically had to have been disabled for over a year to really be considered disabled by the Social Security Administration. So what is substantial gainful activity? Generally it means your inability to be full-time employed or an equivalent thereof, meaning 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It could be a combination of physical or mental impairments, and they need to be mentally documented. And I can't stress that enough. There has to be medical records generated that a judge can look at to determine that you're unable to work. Some of the major conditions that are considered are arthritis, RSD, diabetes, fibromyalgia, lupus, asthma, epilepsy, and a variety of cardiovascular disease conditions. Moreover, there are also mental health impairments such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and PTSD that will be considered in your ability or inability to work. So any combination of physical or mental conditions may result in your inability to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Some of the other factors a judge will look at: are you unable to sit for a total of 6 hours in an 8-hour day? Are you unable to stand or walk for more than 2 hours in an 8-hour workday? Are you unable to lift more than 10 pounds? If any of these sound like conditions that you have, we want to talk to you. Please give us a call. If you need any sort of assistance device, a cane, a walker, a wheelchair to help you move around, then we want to talk to you. Some of the other postural limitations are also considered by the judge, such as whether you're able to kneel, crawl, crouch, whether you have balance troubles. Are you able to walk across scaffolding or climb a ladder? These sorts of things. Also, your ability to use your hands. Can you pull? Can you push? Can you manipulate dials, buttons, that sort of thing? If you're unable to do that, then we want to talk to you. If you have visual limitations, if you have mental limitations, do you have difficulty with focus? Do you have difficulty multitasking? Do you have difficulty working with others and taking supervision? We would like to talk to you if you have a variety of the issues that I've discussed here. Furthermore, if you take any of these medications or combinations of medications routinely, we'd like to talk to you, such as oxycodone, tramadol, OxyContin, Dilaudid, Cymbalta, Ultram, Percocet. Also, for bipolar disorder, do you take Lamictal, Seroquel, Abilify, lithium? If you take a combination of these medications routinely, we would like to talk to you. Furthermore, do you take Zoloft, Prozac, Lexapro, Citalopram, or Wellbutrin routinely? We'd like to talk to you as well. Thank you.